fourth grade class. It's super nice that you are here. Welcome back to this new class. Today, as you might know, we're going to do a review about the activities that we did yesterday at the last video. Yesterday, in that video, we did a review about the informal letters. What parts does your letter need to have to be a correct informal letter? As you can see, we learned 5 parts of it. And these are the main parts that an informal letter can have. You can add more information, of course, but this is the necessary that it needs to have. For example, your address, the date, the greeting. Remember that it is not necessary to have dear Maya, dear teacher, dear mom, etc. You can change that word dear to hi, hello, good morning, etc. And the body of the letter. Remember that the body of the letter means all the text that you are going to write in your letter, all the information that you want to talk about in your letter, that's the body of the letter. Also, we have the closing and the signatures. These are 2 parts, but they put them together. Like the closing is hope to see you soon. And the signature can be your signature or your name, if that's correct. Okay, and then we did workbook pages 98 and 99. These activities were really easy. If you haven't sent this to me, if you haven't done this, okay, you're just in time. You can do it today, you can do it tomorrow, but please try to send it this week, okay? So today we're going to do a review about the sounds. If you remember, in this unit we learned just 2 sounds. And they are like easy, but sometimes they sound quite similar. For example, I want you to repeat with me, and then we have sky. Repeat, sky. Okay, then we have try. Try. Okay, excellent. Fly. Fly. Spy. Spy. Shy. Shy. And in the other side, we have might, night, night, tight, flight, light. Okay? So now, irregular adjectives. If you remember, in this unit, we learned about comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives. We have learned about this topic before, but let's just pay attention to this because it's for us to review. Remember that to turn an adjective into a comparative or superlative, there are some rules that you need to follow, okay? And also, as you might know, as in the verbs, as in everything, there are some adjectives that are irregular. So right now, we're going to see which are those irregular adjectives. And you need to pay attention to this because in this unit, we are learning and we're going to be using in the workbook some of these irregular adjectives. So you might know this, or you might copy this on your notebook because it's important for you to have this information, okay? So, the adjectives in here, we have good. You know what does it mean, right? We have old, far, bad, well, little, many, okay? These are some of the irregular adjectives. Good, old, far, bad, well, little, and many, okay? So, we turn these adjectives into comparative in this way. Good would be better, but in superlative it will be the best. Remember that siempre tenemos que poner de en estos casos, okay? Ahorita vamos a ver en los últimos 2. Good, comparative, better. And superlative is the best. Remember, if it's irregular, it means that they are not going to use the rule about adding ER, about in EST, etc. They just want to add their own information. They don't want to follow the rule. These are the irregular adjectives. What about old? If we have old, in comparative, it will be older. And in superlative, it will be the oldest. That's okay, right? Far. Far in comparative is further, and in superlative the furthest. Okay, that's nice, right? Bad. Pay attention to bad, because bad and good are one of the most popular ones, are one of the most important ones. In comparative, bad is going to be worse, okay? And the worst in superlative. For example, gently without ability is worse than plain. No. Okay, let's pay attention to this superlative. She is the worst liar I have ever known. Okay, so it means that I have known a lot of liars, mentirosos, around the world. But she is the worst liar of all the liars I've known. Okay, so that's it. Now we have well is better. Okay, it's also better, right? And the best. Okay, they are both used almost the same way, good and well. Little and less, and in superlative, least. Okay, the least. Many, comparative more, superlative most. Okay, so please pay attention to this. Copy this in your notebook, please. If you have a notebook, you should have one. But if you don't have, copy this on a piece of paper. It's important to have this information. Okay, so let's go back to good, better, and the best. I feel better today. So it means that this week I've been feeling bad, but today I'm feeling better than I did yesterday. Okay, Mark is the best footballer in the university. Okay, so it means that there are a lot of football players in the university, but Mark is the best of all. Okay, that's a superlative because we're comparing Mark with a big group of people. Okay, so then we have, for example, far, further, and the furthest. My car is the furthest one. Okay, so I'm comparing my car with all the cars that there are, for example, around the world. So it means that my car is the farthest of all. Okay, so I think that we are ready to go to the workbook pages 100 and 101. And in the first page, we have activities for the sounds. As you might know, these are the activities that we do every unit. They are easy to do. Activity 17, circle I and I. Okay, we have fly, high, try, light, cute. Then we have true, my, picture, sky, fight, and night. Okay, so you're going to circle them. And activity 18 says underline the words with I and I. Then read aloud. Number 1, birds fly high in the sky. Number 2, I watch the moon at night. 19, connect the letters, then write. Number 1, Lee. Number 2, Number 3, V, FL. And then we have in the other side, I, GHT. And then we have Y. Okay, so you're going to imagine, write the correct word in here. Okay, so then we have activity 20, listen and write. Right now I'm going to play the audio so we can complete this activity by listening to it. So you just need to pay attention to it because it's going to be important. Let's listen.
Book, page 100, activity 20. Listen and write.
Let's fly, let's fight, let's try and light the sky at night.
Okay, that was fast. If you need to listen to it again, remember that you can do it. It's up to you, right? Okay, class. So activity 21 on page 101 says, complete the dialogues with forms of bad, good, old, or new. Okay, so most of the times, old and new are regular adjectives. So it means that you need to add ER, EST, depending if it's singular or no, depending if it's a comparative or a superlative. Okay, so number 1, Carol is blank at chess. B says, yes, but Henry is blank Carol. Okay, in this case we are comparing Henry with Carol. That means it is a comparative. That's it. A says, that's true, but I'm blank of all. So in this case, I'm comparing myself with all of these people. Okay, so it means it is a superlative. It's up to you to choose if you are going to use bad, good, old, or new. And that's the same that you are going to do all the way through these conversations. Look at the pictures, It's the same that we did in the students book. It's just the same activity. Okay, 22, activity 22 says, answer about your family. Write complete sentences. So questions, we have 5 questions. Question number 1 says, who's the best singer? Okay. For example, I could say, I am the best singer, for example. Number 2, who's the worst singer? My sister is the worst singer, I could say. Number 3, who's the best dancer? Okay, my grandma is the best dancer, for example. Ok, entonces vamos a escribir las oraciones completas. No quiero que solo me escriban my mom, my sister, my dad, my aunt. No, vamos a escribir my mom is the best singer. I am the best dancer. Okay, so number 4 says, who's the worst dancer? For example, my dad is the worst dancer. Number 5, who's the oldest person? My grandma is the oldest person. And that's it. Those are my examples. So please try to follow the structures. Incluso lo dije en español para que quede claro, porque muchas veces, aunque yo se los diga, no lo hacen así, ¿ok? So, I'll be waiting for you to send me this. Y si las oraciones no están completas como se los dije, como dice la instrucción, tendrás que corregir esa actividad, ¿ok? So, that's it for today, kids. I hope this was really clear. Please, if you have any questions about these topics, please tell me, and of course I'm going to help you, as I always like to. And that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember that tomorrow we have the Zoom meeting, the live class, and I hope to meet you there at the same time as always. Try not to miss it, because we are going to be working on some activities in the Step Inside book, and it's important for us to finish those activities, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Be on time. Bye!